How do you define yourself? Are you kind? Are you outgoing? Are you athletic? Are you smart?
No.
Are you dumb?
Sometimes.
Are you fat?
Yes.
Are you skinny? Are you a nerd? Growing up, I defined myself as a chubby kid. The whole family would be just finishing dinner, and I'd be ready for fourths, or fifths, or sixths. I loved food, and I embraced it. And that's what I'm here to tell you today. Whatever you are, if you are crazy, smart, mean, funny, fat, skinny, I'm here to help you embrace who you are. So Dove did a study where they brought in some participants. They had them sit down and they asked them what they thought about themselves. Most of the participants complained about attributes they had. Oh, my legs, they're a little too short. Oh, I don't know about this toe. This looks kind of weird. Oh, it's kind of awkward. I feel uncomfortable. A lot of participants responded in a manner like that. Now, they realized when they brought other participants in to ask them what they thought about that other person, those participants said positive things. They're so beautiful. Wow, I love their hair. This person looks amazing. They look really mature and smart. It's interesting to me that even as adults, we still are not embracing who we are. So I'm going to be taking you through a 3-step process to embrace who you are. Literally, embrace who you are. And through that, I'm going to use an acronym called HUG. If you see what I'm doing there. We are literally going to embrace who we are. In order to start this process, we need to heal any hurt we may have. If you feel insecure about yourself in any way, if there's anything from your past, from your present, a fear that's hurting you, you got to start by healing that. Recognizing it, what the problem is, and healing it. Now, some of you may be thinking, how should I heal if I have goals? How am I supposed to embrace if I want to fit into my old prom dress or old swimsuit? How should I heal? Throw those swimsuits away, get a new prom dress, and embrace who you are right now. So, in order to begin that process, we need to understand our uniqueness. Each of you are needed in your own unique way. I'm going to address some familiar faces that have very much embraced their uniqueness. We got our good old mall cop. This guy, he saved the whole mall by embracing himself as a mall cop. Now, mall cops aren't very famous. They're not super glam, but this guy embraced himself as a mall cop. Now, a lot of these examples, all of these examples, are going to be the chubbier crowd because I find them actually very fascinating. Nacho Libre. This guy saved orphans. He embraced himself so thoroughly that he got into wrestling. Who'd have thunk that he'd be a famous wrestler? Next up, we got our Disney classic heavyweights. These kids took down the fat camp by embracing themselves as the chubby crowd. I think that is pretty impressive. And that is what we should be trying to do. Not taking over camps, but embracing ourselves, however or whoever we may be. To do this, you guys need to remember that you are good enough. You might be thinking, why is this average college student telling me to embrace who I am? She doesn't know me. She doesn't know my family. She doesn't know what kind of pain, sorrow, sickness, trials I've been through. She knows nothing about what my day is like. You are 100% correct. I don't know you. Even if I spent 50 years trying to get to know you, I only have a small glimpse of who you are. But I do know this. Even though it took me a while to mature into a more confident adult, I embraced myself from a young age. When I was just a young lad, I embraced myself as a swimmer. Before I even really knew how to swim, the whole family's chilling, getting a picture, and I'm getting ready to go swimming. Fast forward a few years, I embraced myself as a hair cutter. Went into the bathroom, I asked my sister all day to cut my bangs. I'll do it later. I'll do it in a few minutes. And I just couldn't wait any longer. I had the scissors right up to my bangs, about to cut them all the way off my forehead. She says, "You wouldn't." "You would." And I snipped them off. But I embraced this haircut, all right? Years later, not long later, I embraced myself as a full-time model. I knew the poses, I had the outfit, the landscape, and to this day, I still embrace myself as a model. So, I want each of you to embrace yourselves. Literally. All right, we're gonna open up our arms, just like this, nice and wide. Bring them in, and give yourself a great big hug. And remember, to heal the hurt, understand your uniqueness, and remember that you are good enough.